Go team! Go sports!
Hey guys, I'm Tiffany. Welcome to the Cinematic Reviewer. Today I'm reviewing Him. First seeing the trailer, I thought it was like a sportswear commercial, like Nike or something like that. But then when the football players hit their helmets together, oh, this is not a commercial. Now I'd seen the trailer a few times at the theaters, and only after so long I was like, yeah, I guess I could see it. And I gotta say, I'm glad I did. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought Tyriq Withers was great in this, and I'd only seen him the one time in the new I Know What You Did Last Summer movie that came out earlier this year. I don't think they gave him the best material to work with, you know, being more one of the side characters. So it was really nice to see him in this, having a much more major role. I really thought he brought his all, and I thought it was really nice to see just what he can do as an actor. And Marlon Wayans, he was great. He did really great in this. And I thought the visuals, the cinematography, the editing, great, very impressive, awesome. Even for those that weren't the biggest fan of this movie, I think you could still enjoy that part at least. Now I will say the cult stuff was my least favorite part. It was just so creepy, which is obviously what they were going for, making us all uncomfortable, so they did their job. It's just particularly I was like, nah, stop the madness. Now the friend that I went with, she recognized that Cameron Cade's, who is Tyriq's character, his eyes weren't reacting to the light, which is apparently a sign of brain damage. So it's definitely a detail I wouldn't have caught. I did think the African-American joke was pretty funny. Now I did think this was interesting with the guy who was like the assistant, the one who's supposed to help Tyriq at certain moments and everything. The number of times he would inject him with that stuff, that was a little crazy. It was like just a boom, there you go. But the thing where he's going with the lady, I can't remember her name, but I've like heard of her before. But when he's going to this club and everything and it's getting a little dark, it's a little like, what's going on? And he tells him to run. I was like, oh, he's warning him. But then he shrugs, and then later when he wakes up again, and then he sees that little emoji with the shrug and it says run. And so that's what he has to inject himself with. I was like, oh, I see. But it was pretty amusing because it's like, when's the last time you saw that in a movie? Just like, now I will say, Jordan Peele as a horror filmmaker, not a selling point for me. So I was glad this was not his vision. He was just a producer. Whoever made this movie, I enjoyed what they had here. Now one thing I do think would have been really nice to see, the ending scene. I would have really liked to see the shot that they have for the poster, and they also have it in the trailer where Tyriq is covered in all the blood and he's like this and he's holding the two footballs. I really wanted to see that. Like I'd say like the second that we got there where we're like, oh, we're in the ending scene, I'm like, I better see it. And then that doesn't happen. I was a little disappointed. Now I don't. I do know it kind of undercuts the point of the movie if you're like, more football, more, you know, subscribing to the idol thing, obviously. But I still would have liked to see that part. Now, obviously it wouldn't work because Marlon Wayans had broken his left arm, but I really would have wanted to see that cool image. So as I had mentioned earlier, it's not getting that good of reviews. And I gotta say, I really don't understand it. I'm not going to try and say this is a perfect movie, okay? But there's a good chunk of stuff here. There's plenty of analogy and imagery, like fantastic things, good performances. Like, what do you mean you're gonna give it 1 star? I just don't get it. I don't get why this movie is not getting that high of reviews. But I personally really enjoyed it. I give it a 3 out of 5. I liked it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up, comment below, and if you liked this video and would like to see more movie content, be sure to hit that subscribe button. See you guys next time. Bye!